come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go. Get it. Run. Get to the blast. Ultra. Don't ultra. Ready?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to take it right down Broadway. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, Franks. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Michael Pierce. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On third down, Love. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Franks now. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was third down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake.
And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Franks. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Franks. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Fourth down, Frank's going to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Frank's looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Second down, Franks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They'll run with Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, here's Franks. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Franks now to throw on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Franks, third down from the gun. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Damone Clark. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Yellow, blue striker.
First down throw. Here's Franks. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Working out of the gun, Franks. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A final shot before break. Franks. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Looking to throw. Franks. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. Looking left side, and it's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. Franks now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Eckler going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Franks. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Chubb on the counter. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Love looking to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more.
And the Raiders have got him. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Operating from the gun, Franks. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Franks. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 3 quarters have come and gone. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Franks. And that is incomplete here.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. To throw on 3rd down, Franks. And that will be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Love from the gun. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Maybe you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now it's 2nd down throw. Here's Franks. He completes it to Ridley. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Franks. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 1st down. Franks. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Back to throw again. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Austin Eckler, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They go up the middle with Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And Chubb will try the middle here. Room here to run. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out, because come back here trying to throw.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give. This is Chubb.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. First throw in overtime for Love. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people to football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A give running right is Chubb. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now Love. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So a win here for the Packers. And it was thanks in part to the play of their 3rd-year quarterback.
Yeah, some of these DBs are going to be tossing and turning tonight, partner. He really had their number. Wound up with well over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns to boot.
So for Green Bay, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.